What up, YouTubers? How are y'all doing out there? 3:32 in California. It's your boy Nerdy Red 23. I'm here to wish another legendary actor in the movie world a happy birthday, which is Wesley Trent Snipes. Happy birthday to the legend, the one and only Blade actor. And nobody could do it better. Just like Wesley on the Blade, man. Nobody could ever touch Wesley's status of a Blade. Or including Sidney Game from White Man Can't Jump. Or John Cutter from Passenger 57. Or Nino Brown from New Jack. You already know the movies. See ya. I wouldn't want to be ya. Sit your $5 ass down before I make change. I never let you anyway. Pretty motherfucker. When he was over there, he stabbed Christopher Williams in the hand with that big cane stick. Because a cane actually had a sword in it. They used to have those back in the day. You don't rarely see those that much. Maybe in an antique store. But anyways, here it is. I'm still trying to accumulate other movies of Wesley Snipes. But here's one of my favorites. You know, he started with Ice-T, Chris Rock, Mario Van Peebles. Including Judd Nelson. Vanessa Williams. Not the other Vanessa. I know there's two Vanessa Williams. But there's a different one in here. And then, of course, Christopher Williams, the R&B singer. And then Alan Payne. Am I my brother's keeper? And, you know, he hugs him and everything. He cries. And then, of course, you know, he kills his own brother in the movie. Crazy. Crazy scene in that film. Very intense. And then, of course, Ice-T gets revenge on Wesley's character, Nino Brown. Scotty Appleton. Speaking of which, check this out. Got a cool Wesley Snipes t-shirt. Super dope. Heck yeah. Got it about a year ago. Super cool shirt. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, I had to get that. That's a legendary shirt right there. Wesley Snipes. Nino Brown. And then, moving on. I also got Jungle Fever. Which also it's a Spike Lee film. And it stars with, of course, him, Annabelle Sciorra. She's of Italian descent, of course, in real life, and of course in the movie. And it's, of course, Spike Lee, Ozzie Davis, Ruby Dee, Samuel L. Jackson, Lonette McGee, John Turturro, and Frank Vincent and Anthony Quinn. You got all the cast in this movie. It's just about Wesley, where he works as a at an office in the movie, and of course, you know, he meets this working class Italian secretary, this woman. And you know, he ends up falling in a love affair, which he makes the foolishness of himself, because you know, he was married to Lonette McGee, her character in the movie. He's married to her, but he ends up, you know, having an affair with an Italian woman. And of course, I seen the scene where she threw all his stuff out of the window of their home in Harlem. And all the people are seeing, it's onlookers, like, just looking at everything, the whole entire scenery, like, what the heck is going on with this lady? She going crazy. And there's a scene, well, the whole movie, the scene where she says, there will be no, let's just put it this way, no love between us. Technically, it's that other word I don't really want to say. But I think you get it if you've seen the movie. There will be no love between us. And then she gets all the other stuff and threw it at Wesley Snipes and spits at him. It's so funny. She's like, asshole. He's like, we could talk this out. We could talk this out. He's like, baby. Like, you know, he says all that stuff. Oh, man. I know Wesley Snipes' character made a fool of himself, Flipper Purify. But, shoot, man. It's just funny, you know, Wesley's character. He's like, we could talk this out. And then, of course, you know, his brother, Samuel Jackson, he plays as a drug addict kind of character. And, of course, Halle Berry's in there, too. Gotta mention her. She's in here, too. She plays as his girlfriend in the movie. Like, they really, like, are meant for each other. And, of course, Samuel, you know, shows up to that house, you know, where Wesley and Annabelle live at. And he's like, what the F are you doing here? And he's like, how'd you find this address? And then, of course, you know, he's like, she's white. No shit, she is white. And then he's like, your woman guy ain't got no money. And he's like, no, she doesn't have any money. I'm probably sure she does, but Wesley just tried to play it off to tell him that she don't have any because Samuel is asking for money for the what stuff. But other than that, it's a sad ending. Of course, Samuel's character as Gator, he gets killed by his own dad. And Spike Lee actually said in a reference about this that when it's called Gator's Last Dance, it's kind of like Marvin Gaye's last, singing and all that in concert. And he gets into a fight with his dad. And then, of course, his dad kills him. So, in this movie, it's kind of like a reference to that. That Samuel Jackson gets killed by his own father in the movie, which is Ozzie Davis. Still a cool movie. And here's another one. Sidney Dean and Billy Hoyle, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson and White Man Can't Jump. Billy, what? Shut up. Or like he started saying all that. White Man Can't Jump. But then at the end, of course, he did dunk. At the end of the movie. It was awesome. So here it is. Look what I found. I got the Funko Pops. I got Wesley and Woody in it. Super dope. I got it at Target a year and a half ago. Super happy to have it. Awesome film too. Hope I could have a t-shirt of it. Would be dope. Because this is a legendary movie, man. It's funny and it's legendary. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson are a great duo in this movie. And I think I only paid about like $20 for this too. Super dope too. Okay, let's keep moving on. I think y'all should know these if you ever watch Wesley Snipes' movies. Passenger 57, where he fights a terrorist, which is Bruce Payne. He's the bad guy. And of course, he kills him. And here's another one with Sean Connery, Rising Sun. This is definitely another classic. And then Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone. So you got Blade and Rambo together in the film. Kind of a coincidence. But Wesley's character is actually Simon Phoenix. That's his character. So it's like a similar as the Terminator. It's like a very futuristic film right here. Takes place in LA. Sylvester Stallone plays as a sergeant. He plays as a cop. And Wesley's character is a bad guy, a villain. Still an awesome movie. And Sugar Hill, another underrated film. You got Michael Wright here, and Teresa Rando, and Clarence Williams, and Abe Vigoda, and Ernie Hudson. Abe Vigoda and Ernie Hudson. Ernie Hudson and and Abe Vigoda are the villains. And The Fan with Robert De Niro, another classic. It's a baseball movie. And The Drop Zone, another classic. Which is Wesley. He plays as a U.S. Marshal in this film. He does like some crazy free falls, daredevil type, and skydiving. Really cool movie. Gotta rewatch it again. It's a really awesome movie. I've seen bits of this film. Just gotta give it a rewatch. And here's Money Train, of course. You got J-Lo in here and Woody Harrelson. And of course, Wesley himself. And at the end of the movie, it's funny. Where they hit that one guy in the train station. He's like, no, I'll hit him. And he's like, no, we'll both hit him. It was funny as hell. I just couldn't stop laughing at that scene of the movie. And of course, Wesley Snipes is, training with, J-Lo. Like, he's teaching her some moves in the film. Like boxing. Super awesome movie, man. And here's another one with Tommy Lee Jones and Robert Downey Jr., U.S. Marshals. Another classic. And, of course, Blade. Eric Brooks. Y'all already should know. A half man and half immortal. Blade. I like the first one. The first Blade will always be the classic. Always and forever will be the classic. Art of War. Another action film right here. So he's like the the Shaft and James Bond of combination, because that's what it says. An excellent film right here, and it's martial arts at its best. And here's Blade the Second, another classic. And here's another classic with Ving Rhames called Undisputed. Classic film right here. You also got Peter Falk in this film, Michael Rooker, John Seda, Wes Studi, Fisher Stevens, and Master P. Unstoppable, another classic film. And Blade the Trinity. A lot of people say it wasn't that awesome, but I still consider it's an awesome film because Wesley Snipes is in the film. You got Ryan Reynolds in this one too, including Jessica Biel, Chris Christopherson, and Parker Posey and Dominic Purcell, and with Triple H. And 7 Seconds, another classic action film. And here's The Marksman. He's a soldier in this film. All great Wesley Snipes movies. There's still some that I'm still on the search for. I'm still on the hunt for. I'm trying to get Boiling Point with Dennis Hopper in it. That's another dope film that people hardly even talk about. And once I do get it, I'll show it on my channel. But anyways, I just want to ask, what is your favorite Wesley Snipes film? Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, follow your boy Nerdy Red 23, and I'll definitely get back to y'all in the next video. God bless and stay safe. Keep watching Wesley Snipes' films, y'all. Keep his movies alive. Keep the legacy alive of him, because I'm still watching his movies. Peace, y'all.